Have you ever been in pain? Yeah, I think all of us have experienced physical pain at some level or another. And in our series this last week, Pastor Mark Schultz addressed that, how physical pain can affect us and how it can, almost break us down to the point of despair. So as we talk about being immune by the power of God to the struggles that we face in this world, physical pain is one of those that all of us face. No matter what we're going through, no matter who we are, pain is a part of life. And Mark drew out the fact that pain is a part of our human sensory experience. So maybe it's even precedes the fall. Maybe pain isn't even a result of sin necessarily as much as it is a part of being human. Well, regardless of that, I think we've all experienced pain in our lives. And I can think of, I broke my collarbone and the agony that my arm just hanging there created. And it was self-inflicted pain. I'll tell you the story maybe another time. But as I've gone through my time as a pastor, I've met a fair number of people in chronic pain, or maybe dealing with the symptoms of aging and the aches and pains that come along with that. And truly it's remarkable what some people are able to live through and are capable of persevering through. And you wouldn't even know some of these people who are going through chronic pain and the amount of strength it has to take to go through that. I think where pain can lead us is to despair. Because what it does, it kind of like breaks us down mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It gives us a shorter fuse. It makes us kind of like, it makes us focus on this pain going on in our body, so we can't focus on the other things going on in our lives. So I think it leads us to a place of despair because we kind of just want the pain to go away. We'll get to the point where we'll try anything, do just about anything to try to numb or dull the sensation. So why would God allow pain into our lives? C.S. Lewis has this quote, which I may mention in my sermon this coming weekend. He says, God whispers to us through our pleasures. He speaks to us through our conscience, and He screams at us through our pain. Ultimately, our pain can lead us to despair, or it can help make us immune to despair by putting it in light of Christ. We know that Jesus, it says He bore our transgressions upon Him. It says for our sins He was chastised in Isaiah 53. But what if Jesus also carried the pains of our life with Him too? Can you imagine what Jesus went through to carry that cross, to get beaten and to drag this heavy log uphill, the splinters digging themselves into his back and nails through his arms and through his feet, and having to work to gasp for every breath. It's unfathomable the amount of physical pain Jesus went through. And that physical pain was also emotional and spiritual as he was really holding the weight of all humanity upon His back. So I think our pain finds its proper place on the cross with Jesus. And if we're able to, maybe see the physical pains we go through as part of our earthly journey with Christ, maybe we can reframe our own suffering to see it as a way of joining Jesus. And oftentimes when we hear suffering in the Bible, it's maybe a spiritual suffering or a persecution for the sake of our own faith. But I think even our physical suffering, if we allow it, can be an avenue for us to journey alongside Jesus. Now, those are easy words to say, especially if you're dealing with chronic pain or an illness or something is going completely wrong in your life physically. We're praying for you. And I pray that, I guess I'd say I don't take it lightly, and God doesn't take it lightly. God sees your pain, God knows your pain, and He's with you in this. And in 2 Corinthians chapter 12, Paul says, I had a thorn in my flesh, and I prayed God would take it away. And He says, I'm not taking it away, because my power is made perfect in your weakness. So Paul boasted of his weaknesses, and maybe it was a physical suffering. We don't know. But I hope that that's an encouragement for you as you walk with Jesus in the midst of your personal pain. and know that it's drawing you ever closer to the life, death, and resurrection of Christ. Go read Philippians 3 and hold fast to the resurrection that's yours in Jesus, no matter the pains we deal with today.